Welcome back to the Making the Madness YouTube channel. I am Jonathan Warner, and here today we are going to be discussing the decision of Isaiah Joe to come back to Arkansas for his junior season. Joe is a fantastic shooter. Obviously, he struggled a little bit last year, but he was dealing with some injuries. He shot 34.2% from three, but did take kind of a step forward in their offense, averaged 16.9 points per game. Was definitely a really good scorer. While Mason Jones was kind of the primary option, Joe was able to be that secondary scorer, be the shooter for this team, the SERP shooter, the go-to guy there. So his impact is huge for this Arkansas team, and obviously having him back is going to be big going forward. And going into next season, Arkansas is a team that I think could be or should be an NCAA tournament team. Obviously, with Joe coming back, speaking of his shooting percentages, he shot 41.4% from three a season ago, his freshman season, the 2018-19 season for Arkansas. Obviously got a little bit, a minutes increase, a role increase, and his percentages shooting wise definitely dropped, but I still think he's able to, being healthy this season, I think he's going to be able to pretty easily get those shooting percentage numbers back up to where they're supposed to be. As for Arkansas, this is a really good team going in next season. You got Joe back. They got Justin Smith, who's coming over from Indiana, grad transfer. He's going to be really good next season. I think he fits in perfectly at the small ball four role. He's a bit, utilized the wrong way. I think while he was at Indiana, he was kind of used as a three, but as a four, he's able to kind of shut down the opponent's best players, and I think that's going to be big going into next season. Just having a guy that can, let's say it's Kentucky, you can pair him up against Terrence Clark, B.J. Boston, and kind of slow one of those two guys down. He's going to be a really good addition. Vance Jackson's going to be a really good addition. I think Connor Vanover is interesting. He can play the center. He's a transfer from Cal, 7'3", who can make a big impact. And then you've got, I think, an interesting backcourt. You got K.K. Robinson as a freshman. I really like him. You've got, a really good group of players coming in. You got Moses Moody, J.D. Note, Jalen Tate, Jalen Williams, who can play some four. I think this really, really kind of deep, talented roster going into next season. I'm really excited to see what K.K. Robinson can do at the point. But for Arkansas next season, I think NCAA tournament is the expectation. For one, I think NCAA tournament has to be the expectation going into next season for Eric Musselman and the Razorbacks. But, they could be a top 25 team. I think that's very reasonable. I think they can, contend for an SEC title. I won't say they will win it, but I think they can contend. I think you'll probably see a situation, Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe those teams go like 13-5, and Arkansas is sitting there like 11-7. Although I think the SEC does 20-game league schedule. I think Arkansas will contend for the league title. I don't think they win it, but certainly next year Arkansas is going to be good, and certainly a big reason for that is Isaiah Joe coming back. Thanks again for watching this edition of the Making the Madness YouTube channel. We'll continue to provide detailed breakdowns as players continue to make draft decisions. Thank you.